Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to my reaction and discussion of episode 16 of Frieren. First, sorry for this episode getting out a day late. I did have some technical issues, so I had to push my recording a little bit. But the last episode was really cute. We kind of had it sectioned into two parts, like Frieren episodes usually tend to be. The first was with the crew dealing with a curse that a demon was putting on a small village where everybody was basically sleeping. And Sein got to show off his talents a little bit more because he has his magic allowed him to be more resistant to those types of curses. Even with Frieren knocked out, he managed to work with her to take it down. So that was pretty cool. And then the second part was the one I really liked, which was them coming across a noble who wanted Stark to pose as his deceased son because Stark looks pretty much exactly like his son. So it was just like a montage of Stark learning to be a noble and like learn manners. And then Fern also had to learn these things because she was going to be at the big ball. And everything went really well. We had some really cute moments with Stark and Fern. And the noble also had a younger son who the father was kind of ignoring. And I think Stark was getting flashbacks to his own childhood where he was the forgotten child because there was the older son that was like the one that the father put all of his hope onto. And it ended better. It ended with the noble actually like learning to treat the younger son better. So very cute episode all around. Still haven't got to that city yet where they're supposed to be taking that mage test, so maybe that'll be happening this episode. Only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and watch the episode, and I'll give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Okay, we're gonna flashback with his friend. Yeah, that's right. He's still trying to find his friend. Oh, maybe if they're showing the friend, maybe Sign will find his friend in this episode if he's still alive. So it seems like, yeah, the friend is the one who's kind of pushing Sign to be like, hey, right? Like, let's get out of this small town and let's go on adventures together. Yeah, this feels like this is going to be a very Sign focused episode. And yeah, maybe he will come across his friend alive or dead, maybe. Episode 16, Long Live Friends. Yep, okay. I think maybe he is going to come across his friend. Okay. So we're going across someone that Frieren knows, another town. Oh, I wonder if also because she talked about dwarves, right? That Eisen is a dwarf. So maybe Stark is also thinking about Eisen, like, oh, how much time does he have left? And for Frieren, she's like, a decade is almost the equivalent of a week for me. Oh, cute. Just those little moments between them. And they always do seem to be together, don't they? They seem to be getting along quite well. Oh, so when they said long lived friends, I was thinking it was going to be Sein and his friend, but it looks like it might be Frieren and what's his name? Old Man Voll. Oh, maybe Stark should learn from Ison, like don't underestimate old dwarves, right? Poor Stark always has to be the one to get beat up. She's like, that's why I like you. Oh, poor guy. Oh my gosh, she keeps saying she wants to stay there for a decade. They're like, no, Frieren. Watch, and then they're like 10 years later, and they do end up staying for the decade. I don't know, the fact that there was that thing at the beginning with Sein and his friend, I'm like, there's gotta be a reason for that, right? I feel like something's gonna come up with that. And I like Free Run. She's like, oh no, I'm chatting, so I don't have to do any work. every time, every time we do that, poor Stark always suffers while everyone else is just having a good time. Wow, I haven't seen her like so happy with someone in a while. She really liked him or likes him. Oh, I was like, there's got to be a reason why she likes him so much. Not to say Freerun can't have friends, but she can be a little bit cold even with people she knows. Oh, I was saying, I was why in the flashback they always have the loved ones and they never have facial features, but in this it's like he can't remember, maybe because it's been so long. It must be so sad for like dwarves to fall in love with someone who they know is going to pass long before they do. Like it's a blip in their life to be with a human. Maybe it's the same with Frieren and Himmel, right? She knew she was going to live long after him. And that's the reason she's doing all this, right? This is why she's going on this expedition. But I love how she just is so blasé about it. She obviously cares about them a lot more than she lets on. Oh my god, I love Himmel. Except she remembers him most of all, which I love. It's so sweet. Maybe he'll be like, I hope I can be alive to see that. Oh, is she realizing that when she's like, you're a jokester about like, when he said, I can't remember things, and she's like, oh, I'm a little confused why she had that reaction though. Well, looks like they're heading out. Would Frieren maybe be able to put a spell on him to make him have dreams? Is that something she can do? Maybe she did that for him. I don't know. All right. Well, there, as I said, usually Frieren is kind of split up into two halves of a story. So that was the one story. So maybe this next story. Okay, good. All right. So this is Sein's thing with his friends. So it is a whole thing. It's the connection between friends, old friends, Frieren's old friend and Sein's friend. He did say that he was basically just with them temporarily until he finds his friends. So maybe he will be leaving soon. Oh, that's right. They said like the mage was taking a picture. Okay, he's still alive. Good. For now. I hope he's still alive. That'd be really tragic if he ends up finding his friend and he's dead. Guerrilla Warrior. That is a unique name. Is that like his God-given name? Like, is that is his real name? Is that what he just knows him? He doesn't even know what his real name is. What if like that's his actual, like if they have birth certificates? Imagine if you went by the nickname you got when you were like 10 years old. You're like, or however, like to still go by that name when you're in what, your 20s, your 30s, especially Guerrilla Warrior. Yes, finally. That's where they got to go take the mage uh certification or whatever, the test. She's like, "Hey, we could have stayed in that village for a decade." Okay, so he is off being a hero. Good for him. I said 10 years old, like, 10 years to have that nickname. It'd actually be more like 20, because like he left probably when he was in his 20s. I love how she's like, yeah, that's my name, stubborn old woman. That's my nickname. As is usually with this case, right? It's like, it is like an RPG. Go into town, do side quests for people. Yep, also just like RPGs. That's cute. Himmel was just carrying Frieren on his shoulder. And here comes another montage of doing tasks. Oh no, is that a mimic? Don't let Frieren get near it. Stark, why is he so adorable? It's like we should have dumped our stats into charisma a little bit more. Our party only has socially awkward members. I love that. Really, Sein? He seems like he's pretty charismatic. Maybe he can call her a sexy older woman. He's like, I've been looking for you. Oh, gee, I wonder who that could be. Oh, okay, never mind. I have no idea who those people are. I was waiting for it to be free running everybody again. Oh, what? Crafts. Oh, that's right. Hot elf dude, I forgot about him. What are the odds of that happening? So what, he signed, not signed, sorry, Guerrilla Warrior teamed up with Kraft? Is that what happened? Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Okay. It does look like Sign a lot. Wow. It's just crazy how like these everybody connects together like this. It's like everyone seems to know a small group of people. I love how it's like they gave him the name Goatee Priest based on the statue, I guess, because that guy next to him has a goatee and he grew up with a goatee. Is that why he grew a goatee specifically? Because of his nickname he got when he was a kid? That's adorable if that's the case. So interesting. Who is that guy then? Because those statues were around even when they were kids. So yeah, who is that guy that looks just like Sign? It's nice to get a little craft mention, though. I forgot about him. That's cute. Like, even after all those years, with Sign not leaving the village, he didn't give up on his friend. All the more reason Sign's like, I have to find him and tell him, look, I left the village. I'm becoming an adventurer. Maybe we can team up together and do what we were supposed to do when we were kids. Okay, so that's they're going to Auverst. So, oh, he's going to be leaving them. Yeah. Oh shit. I mean, you know what he's going to do. He's got to go follow his friend. So he's got a difficult decision to make. Except is it really that difficult? He obviously he's grown on Fern and Frieren and Stark, but the whole reason he, chose to leave in the first place was to find his friend. If anything, they could at least get to. I apologize if I'm saying the name of Auverst. Get to that village, and then they can at least branch off, and then he can see them at least off to there, and then be like, okay, I'll have to go. So it seems like, however long it's going to take them to get to that city, we might be losing Signs soon. It'd be nice though if like later in the season, maybe they come across Sign again, and maybe he's met up with Guerrilla Warrior, and maybe we'll find out what his friend's actual name is. That was a cute episode. I did like the parallels between like the episode was it called like Long Lost Friends or something like that, and just two different stories of friendship. All right, what's the preview for the next episode? Okay, that gave me nothing. That gave me nothing to go on. I'm like, I can't tell if that means that they're going to be actually getting to that city. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they probably are going to encounter some sort of issue. They said something, it's a priest job. I think I heard something about medicine. So maybe it's like while they're on their their expedition, somebody gets sick, and they probably are going to have to like hunker down for a bit, whether it's maybe somebody from Frieren's group or if it's someone else. All the more reason it would be a bummer to lose Sein, because he's actually quite useful to like help heal people. He's kind of like their like, he is a mage, but he's kind of like a white mage. He deals with like curing people. So that would be unfortunate to lose him. Overall, cute episode. I did like, in terms of making me you know, gush or like emotional, the past two episodes were a little bit better, but it was nice for Sein to get a little bit of fleshed out character development, a little bit more of the backstory. You know, to say like his friend is alive, that's good. That's good. Hopefully it stays that way. I would like to see them reunite, but unfortunately it does look like his time with the group is going to be coming to an end soon. He did say, I have a difficult choice to make, but I don't think it's really that difficult for him. But hopefully they can reunite. Who knows? Maybe towards the end, he knows where they're going. So maybe like once he reunites with his friend, maybe they can join up, because his friend seems to be quite a capable warrior as well. Maybe they can meet up with Frieren and everybody like on the way, and they can all and maybe go defeat the Demon King together, because it seems like Sein's friend, he wants to be a hero. So what better way to be a hero than to defeat the Demon King? So that'd be nice if like maybe at the end Frieren will come together like with all of her previous, maybe they'll see Craft again. Wouldn't that be nice? Like these people that they've come across on their journey. And maybe they'll all meet up at some points. That'd be nice. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Once again, sorry for the delay. And stay tuned next week for episode 17. Until then. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lindsay VA, Lunar, Kenju Storm, and Icognito.